You didn't come to this video by accident. If you feel that life is heavier for you than for others, that you carry battles that no one else sees, it's because you are part of a group that has been marked since birth. They are called the chosen ones. And if you are one of them, you already know, deep down, that the weight you carry is not just psychological, nor just physical. It is spiritual. There is a war happening right now, and you are in the center of it. The war of the chosen is silent. It doesn't happen with swords, bullets, or visible armies. It happens inside your mind, in your emotions, in the invisible field of your soul. Every day you wake up with invisible forces trying to silence your light, distract you, and make you believe you are insignificant. The chosen ones are not targeted because they are weak, but because they carry something powerful inside. The seed of awakening, the ability to break chains that have kept humanity in darkness for centuries. That's why life never seemed fair to you. Since childhood, you've felt the weight of rejection, loneliness, or misunderstandings. You've gone through losses that shook you to the core, and while others live anesthetized by illusions, you couldn't close your eyes. The chosen cannot sleep deeply in the illusion of the world. Their soul is programmed to wake up. But waking up hurts, and this pain is the first sign that you are in the middle of the hidden war. This war is not against flesh and blood, but against forces that operate in the unseen. They know that once you realize who you are, nothing will stop you. That's why they use fear, anxiety, depression, and temptations as weapons. They infiltrate your relationships, create betrayals, distort your thoughts, and whisper lies in your ears like, "You're not good enough. You'll never make it. You're alone." But pay attention. If these attacks are so strong against you, it is because your calling is greater than you can imagine. The chosen are tested because their destiny is not ordinary. You were not born to repeat cycles of emptiness. You were born to carry light into dark places. And before being sent into the world, your soul agreed to face trials that would prepare you for this mission. That's why nothing in your life is random. Every betrayal forged your discernment. Every rejection made you resilient. Every battle carved your character into something unshakable. But here's the truth that no one tells you. Almost all chosen ones go through the desert. The desert is that phase of emptiness where everything seems to collapse. People abandon you, opportunities disappear, and silence becomes unbearable. It's not punishment, it's training. The desert is the place where the chosen stop depending on the world and start depending only on the source. It's in that silence that your spiritual muscles are strengthened. It's in that emptiness that you learn to hear the true voice of God, not the noise of illusions. Many chosen ones give up in the desert. They can't stand the loneliness, the pain, or the confusion. They look back, longing for the comfort of illusions, and end up abandoning their mission. But those who persist, those who walk step by step even without understanding, these are the ones who are transformed into warriors of light. The desert breaks the ego, but it also awakens the spirit. And there is something else. The chosen are attacked not only to be destroyed, but also to be distracted. If the enemy cannot kill you, he will try to keep you busy with empty things, endless entertainment, toxic relationships, addictions, everything to keep your eyes away from your purpose. And many fall into this trap, living a life of appearances while their soul cries out for truth. That is why discernment is your greatest weapon, to see beyond the surface and recognize when something is just bait to pull you away from your path. The spiritual war you face is not a curse, it's confirmation. If you weren't dangerous to the forces of darkness, they wouldn't waste time with you. The very intensity of your battles is proof of how powerful your light is, and that's exactly why you cannot give up. Because every chosen one who wakes up and assumes their calling becomes a beacon, and one beacon is enough to break the darkness of many around them. In the second part of this video, we will go deeper into how to overcome this hidden war, what spiritual weapons you need to use, how to discern attacks, and how to transform every battle into a step toward your destiny. Remember, you are not crazy, you are not weak, and you are not alone. You are in a war that almost no one dares to speak about, but that you were born to overcome. If you are still here, listening to this message, it's because your soul recognizes the truth. You are in the middle of a hidden war, but you were not sent here unarmed. The source never places a chosen one in battle without giving them the weapons they need. The problem is that many don't know how to use them, or worse, they don't even know they have them. Today you will discover how to fight and win. The first weapon is silence. In a world full of noise, silence becomes sacred. It is in silence that you disconnect from the manipulation of the system and reconnect with the voice of God. Every time you choose silence instead of confusion, you strengthen your inner clarity. Silence is not emptiness, it is power. It is the battlefield where the whispers of darkness are silenced and the whispers of the Spirit are amplified. The second weapon is discernment. Not everything that looks like light comes from the source. Many traps are disguised as opportunities. Many voices pretend to be divine when, in reality, they are trying to deviate you from your mission. Discernment is built through experience and connection. Before accepting anything, ask, does this bring me peace? Is it aligned with love? Does it expand my soul or shrink it? The truth of the source will never enslave you. It will always set you free. The third weapon is prayer, but not the mechanical prayer of empty words. Real prayer is dialogue. It is opening your heart as you are and allowing the divine presence to strengthen you. Prayer is not about convincing God to act. It is about aligning yourself with the frequency of heaven so that you act with clarity and courage. In times of battle, prayer becomes your refuge and your sword. With it, you cut the lies that surround you. The fourth weapon is discipline. Many chosen ones fall not because of lack of calling, but because of lack of constancy. They start strong but give up halfway. They pray one day and forget the next. They meditate once and then drown in distractions. Discipline is what transforms a flame into a fire that never goes out. Every day you take a step, even small, you prove to the spiritual world that you are ready for more. The fifth weapon is community. Even though the path of the chosen is individual, you are not called to isolate yourself forever. The war is heavy, and sharing your journey with other awakened souls strengthens you. Just as iron sharpens iron, contact with those who also walk in truth sharpens your discernment and prevents you from falling into illusions. But choose carefully. Community is a weapon only when it is genuine, not when it is contaminated by hypocrisy. And here comes a truth that few are prepared to hear. Your greatest weapon is love. Yes, love. Because love disarms fear, breaks chains, and destroys the agenda of darkness. When you respond with love where hate is expected, you neutralize the attack. When you choose forgiveness where revenge seems easier, you break the cycle of oppression. Love is not weakness. It is the highest vibration, the one that darkness cannot touch. But don't be fooled. Choosing love doesn't mean being passive. The chosen are warriors, not victims. Love is not about letting yourself be humiliated, but about standing firm without letting bitterness consume you. Love is the fire that keeps you from becoming what you are fighting against. It is the shield that prevents the poison of darkness from corrupting your soul. Understand this: every battle you face is training, every storm is preparation. The desert, the silence, the pain, they are not punishments, they are proofs that shape you. The chosen ones are tested not to be destroyed, but to be refined. The gold only shines after going through fire, and your soul, after all the trials, will shine with a light that nothing in this world can extinguish. So when the nights seem endless and loneliness presses on your chest, remember, you are not alone. Invisible legions of light are around you, supporting you, waiting for you to rise. The fact that you are still standing, even after so much, is already proof that your destiny is unshakable. The chosen ones fall, yes, but they never stay down. They get up stronger, clearer, and more aligned with their mission. Your calling is not small. If life has tested you to the limit, it is because you were created to go beyond. You were not born to be one more, but to be a beacon in a time of darkness. This is the hidden war that almost no one talks about, but that defines who the chosen really are. The world may not understand you, but heaven celebrates every step you take toward your mission. Now, the decision is yours. Keep living as if you were a victim, or rise up as the warrior you were created to be. Remember, the chosen never fight alone, because their light comes from the source itself. And that light, once awakened, nothing and no one can extinguish. Motivation. You need where your awareness expands and your soul finds direction.